All right, so the first card you've got for your past is the Eight of Swords. Really, really frustrating card. You know, very, very trapped. Okay, before I say anything about this, all these cards in your past, they're all about struggling. They're all about trying to make a decision, not knowing what to do. So I think there's a lot of decision making that's in this reading. I just want to say that right away, especially in your past. And I think it's all over this reading, actually. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. So just something to think about. I don't know. I just wanted to tell you that. So with the Eight of Swords here, yeah, you've moved on from something. You've moved on from someone. You've moved on from an old relationship. I can see that because there's a house behind this woman, and you know, houses can represent relationships. So you've moved on. You might be struggling though. You might be struggling, and I'm not seeing you struggling moving on from them. I think you are doing that, but I think it's a process. You're not quite moved on from this. That's what I'm seeing. But what I'm seeing here is it's a feeling of being sidelined, and I think that's what this person did to you, this ex did to you. They made you feel sidelined, that you weren't really listened to, you weren't important. So you've moved on from that, but I think what happened was when you felt this sidelined feeling, it might have made you remember a lot of things that are back in your childhood. This is what I'm seeing. Now, this may or may not resonate with you. I'm just seeing this because I'm seeing this kind of double sideline thing. So yeah, I think when you look back into your childhood, I think you had quite a few people around you who maybe didn't really listen to you. They didn't listen to your words or something like that. They weren't listening to what you were saying. You might have even been laughed at by some people. Yeah, really horrible. But I think it was just a bit of ignorance, actually. I don't know if it might have been malicious, I don't know, but it feels quite ignorant to me. Because you had a really, really, this is what I'm seeing. I don't know if this is going to make sense or not. You were above or you were beyond your age level when you were a child. You had a lot of really interesting thoughts, very imaginative thoughts, and some very profound thoughts, really interesting way of thinking, a really different way of thinking. And it's almost like you felt as if you're on a different wavelength from a lot of the adults that were around you. And a lot of the time you kept yourself because of that. And you were misunderstood by a lot of these people, I think, and that's why you kept yourself as well. And I think there were times where you might have thought, you know, something like, well, I don't understand now. I think this way, they think in that way. But maybe when I grow up, I'll understand that. I'll be on the same wavelength. But I think now that you've grown up, you're not on that wavelength. You're still on a different wavelength from them and from a lot of other people as well. And that's good, actually, because you think in a different way. You think in a different way from a lot of people. You haven't let these people push you in to their way of thinking. You haven't let them push you into being something you're not. And that's what's happening to this poor woman on this card. It's really, really good. I'm actually really happy to see that. I know it's a struggle. It's a big struggle to be different to other people. But it's been good for you. So embrace the fact that you're different. Embrace that fact, because I think it's been really good for you. It's been very good for you. And you know, you're your true self. You know yourself. Not a lot of people know themselves, but you do. You know yourself, and you've stayed with that. That's what I'm seeing, even though it's hard. And yeah, you'll always have that. You'll always have that very, very unique, very different way of being, and you'll always have that knowing your true self, which is a really, really beautiful thing. And yep, there's thunder. So okay, so I'm seeing that so you've got the strength card here, and that's your strength. Knowing yourself is your strength, and you'll have that strength of knowing yourself forever. Because if you look at the strength card, you know, there's this infinity symbol above this woman's head, and if you look above that, you've got the Two of Pentacles with an infinity symbol there. And also, you know, the Eight of Swords is an 8. It's an infinity. So that's what your strength is. You're going to have that forever. So even though you're struggling, hang on to your difference, because that's where your strength is. Your strength is in your thinking and the way that you think differently, and your imagination. I'm getting that as well. That's what I'm seeing there. I hope that makes sense to someone. So the next card you've got for your past is the Two of Wands. So yeah, you know your strength. You've chosen the right way. It's a struggle. I know it is a struggle, but you're going the right way, and you know that. You know that. And you know, I am seeing a lot of imagination. I'm seeing a lot of imagination, a lot of fantasy, a lot of play acting. And I think this happened when you were a child. I'm seeing that again now. So a lot of things went on in your head. You had all this freedom, lots of freedom to explore your imagination, your creativity. You're a very creative child, but you kept a lot of that in your head because you had a lot of these people around you who didn't quite understand you. And you've really developed that. And I think that imagination that you developed as a child, it's really helped you now. So keep on using that imagination. If you've got a decision to make, use that imagination to propel yourself into what you want to do, into making the right decision. It's all about manifestation, using that imagination, seeing yourself in the decision that you want to have, in what you want to happen, and you'll get there. So use that and trust yourself. Trust yourself. Your actions come from your heart. They come from the true you. I hope that makes sense. Probably came out a bit strange. I'm getting a little bit distracted by this rain, but I'm going to keep going. There's another decision here that I'm seeing, and yeah, it feels like there's a lot of pressure around this decision. There's a deadline here or something like that maybe, because there's pressure. And okay, I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. So there's a lot of different options here. They're all in front of you, and it feels like you don't want to take any of those options. You don't want to take any of those options. They're very narrow options, very narrow options. And it looks like the one that you want outside of that, outside of what's being offered. Because if you look at this man, he's looking in between these two wands, and it's a pretty narrow view. You know, there's a whole world outside these two wands. There's a 360 view of this beautiful landscape, but he's only looking inside the wands. So what you'd like is outside of these wands, outside the box. It might be something custom to you. It might be something completely different. It might be something that you're imagining because you've got this amazing imagination. So you might be saying, no, I don't want any of those things. I want this thing. It might not be invented yet, but maybe we can make this. Maybe we can design this new thing. It's something like that. I don't know what this is. So if you're thinking of something outside of the box, outside of the normal thing, go for that. And I think this person who's trying to kind of offer you whatever this is, because I think it is this about this person who's offering you choices, but you don't want all those choices, you want something different. If this is a person here, I think they will come around to point of view eventually, but you've got to really help them understand what's in your imagination if this is resonating with you, because a lot of people don't have the same imagination that you do. So you're really going to have to describe everything really clearly, because what you want is something completely different, and you will get that if you use your imagination and if you keep on trying, you keep on showing that to them. So I really hope that makes sense to somebody. That's quite a specific thing, I know, but this is all about using your imagination and knowing yourself. So yeah, the last card you've got for your past is the Seven of Cups. So yeah, this is exactly the same as what was in the Two of Wands. All these choices in front of him, but he doesn't know what to do. He's kind of in the dark. He's thinking, look, I've got all these cups. I don't know which one to choose. But the one he wants is the one that's in the centre, right up the top. Have a look at that. There's this cup that's right in the centre up the top. It's got like a cloth over the top, and it's radiating this amazing looking kind of halo, this red halo. The one that he wants is the one that he can't see. So this thing that you want is this thing that's outside the box. So similar thing again. Now, it might be, I don't want to make you paranoid, but it might be that someone's trying to hide the best thing from you. So they might be saying, oh, I don't want to show them this particular thing or this option. Could be anything. Could be an actual material thing. Could be an idea. Could be anything. They might be trying to stop you from seeing something, because this is quite a sneaky card as well, because this man's in the dark. So I don't want to make you paranoid, but keep your eyes open for something like that as well. But what you want's outside of what you're being offered, if that makes sense to you. And you can have that thing, but you've got to make an effort to get that thing. Because whoever this is has a very narrow view, for whatever reason, and you have a broad view. So Yeah, I know that's really strange, but that's what I'm seeing. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so the first card you've got for your present is the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this is very mixed as well. I hope I can make sense of this because it's quite mixed up. Lots of different things. It's a little bit backwards and forwards. I think this is about your internal feelings, this card. So, yeah, there's a little bit of anger there. And I don't think you've let go of that anger. You let go of a lot of things in your life, lots of things that weren't right for you. You've moved on to this old person in the Eight of Swords, or from them, I should say. You've moved forward. There's still a little bit of anger there. And yeah, I'm getting this right. I'm never going through that ever again. I'm never letting anyone do that to me ever again. I was disrespected. I was sidelined. That's not happening to me ever again. I've got that. So, you know, this man, if you look at him, he's walking away from something from the past. But he's got this barrier there, this big barrier of wands. So there's some kind of division here with this barrier. It looks like two sides. It's almost like two sides of yourself, actually, two sides of your heart. You know, you look back and you've got this kind of all this hurt and this anger and all that. And when you look forwards, it's the complete opposite. Because I think when you look forwards, there might be someone you're caring for, because there's a lot of love and nurturing. I'm really feeling this here, lots of softness. So, you know, you might have family, you might have people you're taking care of, and you don't want to show them that kind of angry side of you. It's not like you're really angry all the time. It's not like pure anger, but it's almost like determination. It's like, I know what to look for now. Nothing's going to hurt me now. It's like that. And you don't want to show that side too, especially if you've got children. I think it might be that. Now, if you're single, it looks like there might be someone who's talking to you. Yeah, they're definitely interested in you. They're interested, but they're very subtle. They're subtle in the way they're speaking to you. But I think you know, even though they're subtle, you know this because you're really good at reading people. You've got that imagination. You've got that instinct. And yeah, right now it doesn't feel like you're all that interested in them. I don't think you're completely disinterested, but it just feels like you're being, you know, you've got this super vigilance around you. It's like, you know, you're anticipating someone hurting you again, I think, because you've still got that anger there. It's not logical, it's all feelings based. And look at how nervous this man is. And I was seeing this before. In the Seven of Cups. I was saying, you know, keep an eye out, keep your eye out. And look at his eye. He's got this big eye. It's wide open. So you've got this eye out. You've got this eye out. It's like, no, I'm not going to be hurt again. I have to watch. I have to make sure this doesn't happen to me ever again. Super protectiveness. So if this is you, if you're interested in this person, I'm not getting the feeling that you are, I have to say. I'm not getting that feeling. But if you are, let them know, because there's a time limit here. They're definitely interested, but they're not going to wait forever. That's what I'm seeing. And yeah, I'm getting a really proud person here as well. They're quite a proud person, so maybe that's why they're being, you know, subtle and careful. Maybe they don't want to look like a fool if you say no or something like that, so they're being careful. But, you know, there's a really casual feeling around this, so it might be that they're just talking or something. There's definitely passion here. They're physically attracted to you, and you're intuitive, so you probably know that. And you're Scorpio, so you know, you're probably used to that. If you're Scorpio, you're used to being attractive. But again, they won't wait forever. They won't wait forever. So I have to tell you that if you are interested, they won't wait forever. Okay, so the next card you have your presents, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is, again, up and down feelings. So you've got this anger, you've got this vigilance that goes along with that. I'm so angry with what happened to me. I'm not letting it happen ever again. I've got this barrier up. I'm protecting myself. That's on one side. And then you've got this other side that's kind of this soft side. And it goes up and down, I think, like these pentacles in this card. And yeah, I keep on getting this one side that you show your loved ones, your family, your close friends, all that. And then you've got this side where you haven't quite gotten over what's happened. And I think if you let yourself go down the anger hole, the rabbit hole of anger, you know, you'll go through this spiral and you go right down again. You're kind of protecting yourself from that as well. Like, I don't want to get into this anger, so I'm trying to protect myself from going down that spiral. Because this is a spiral. Look at these two pentacles. They're going round and round, kind of spiraling. And you don't want to get yourself into that. And yeah, you're disrespected. I can see that. But, okay, I don't want to say this, but I have to say this because I'm seeing this. You'll probably be angry with me, but this is what I'm seeing. I think there's a little part of you that misses them in some way. I don't know if this is going to make sense, but this is what I'm getting. It's like a split second. There's this little split second where they just come into your heart really quickly. And it's like, and then you think, oh, I miss you. I miss you. I just realized I actually miss you. I don't like you, but I miss you. So that's what you get. I don't like you, but I miss you. I don't want to miss you. And you don't always miss them all the time. It's just this little thing that comes in sometimes and then it goes away again. That's what I'm getting. And I think when that happens, you'll kind of get all shocked. Like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to move on. So if you've got this overriding, no, I don't want that, I want to move on, then you know that you are getting over them. You're not going back to square one. Don't worry about that. But I think this might be, if this is you, I think this might be why it's taking you a little bit longer to move on. You know, if you just had all this pure anger and that's all, if you're so angry, I think you'd be over this a lot quicker. But, you know, this will pass, time will pass. Don't be angry with yourself. You know, sometimes feelings, memories, all that kind of thing, it's all tied in together. It's a very complex thing, very, very complex. So, you know, just let time take its course. That's all I can really say. I'd love to be able to tell you, oh, you know, do this and it'll go away. I can't do that. It's just going to be time. But I can see that logically you don't want to let this person back in. You're protecting yourself from anyone else that's like that as well. So you know that. So that shows me that you are going to work your way through this if this is you. Okay, so the last card you've got for your present is Strength, which I absolutely love. I love this card so much. So again, this is showing me the same thing again about you. Knowing yourself. Knowing you're right, knowing that what you want to do is right. Even if other people think you're weird, you don't care. You know you're right. I'm like that too. People think I'm weird. I don't care. So it's good for these people to see that of you, that you're being your true self. You're not going to change because they get to be around the real you. So that's the right thing for them too. Okay, I'm getting something around work here. Yeah, there's some kind of new direction that you're going in. It's like a change, and I think it's a change that you know has to happen. It's like a change that's coming from you, I think. It's around something to do with work. It feels like a positive change. It feels like something you know that you have to do that's the right thing. And I feel as if I have to tell you this is positive. I have to tell you this is the right thing, because I think you're going to, if you go ahead with this, you're going to have a lot of people who might be against this change. I'm seeing people who aren't happy with this. I'm seeing lots of words, lots of protesting. People who say, no, don't do that. Go back to the way things were. That's what I'm seeing. Now, this is the Strength card. Stay strong. Stick to what you want to do. You know what you want. You know you're right. So, you know, when you start getting all these protests, hang in there. That's the advice I have to give to you. Stick to this. It's the right thing. Don't change your mind. Because what I'm seeing is things will eventually turn around in the opposite way. People will come around. They will. They'll see that you're right in the end. Yeah, it feels like people have gotten used to a certain thing happening, a certain routine, or the same thing over and over again. You want to change. You know it's the right thing. A lot of people don't like change. But yeah, they'll come around. So try not to second guess yourself. And absolutely, definitely do not change your mind and go back again. If you've made up your mind to make this change, see it through to the end. Because in the end, the rewards will be right. They'll be good for you in the end, if that makes sense. The rewards will be right. That doesn't even make sense. But there'll be rewards at the end for you. And I think you know that. But it's kind of, it's going to be quite difficult for a while, because you'll have a lot of people against you. I'm seeing that. Excuse me. I'm stumbling my words. I don't know why. Okay, so the first card you've got for your future is the King of Swords. Yeah, so you're still really guarded in love. You're still going to be a bit like that in the future if you're single, that is, of course. So it's all over this reading. And when you're ready, you'll know. When you're ready, you'll know. When you're ready for someone. Again, it may or may not be this person, you know, in the Nine of Wands. But yeah, they're not going to wait around forever once again. So I don't know if it's them or not. But it feels like you're still not going to be ready for a while if you're single. That's what I'm seeing. You're still guarding yourself like this king, similar to what I was seeing the Nine of Wands guarding. Okay, there's something else here. Right, this looks like family. It looks like you know something. You know something's not quite right. Okay, so this is involving someone else, but you're involved in this as well because of what you know. That's what I'm saying. I hope this is going to make sense to someone. It's quite specific. I just want to say that right now. Now, it's not your instincts that are telling you this. It's your knowledge. You know something for sure. You know this for sure. It's your knowledge telling you this, because this is a king that doesn't go on instincts. He goes on knowledge. He goes on objectivity. He only looks at facts. He doesn't look at anything else. So you know the facts about something. Yeah, again, I'm seeing family. I'm seeing family. Do you know what this looks like? It looks like someone's pretending to be something they're not, or they're pretending that something's a certain way and it's not. And you know a fact about this. You might have seen them doing something. And I hate to see decisions everywhere, but there's another decision here. So this is the decision. It's like, should I say something about this? I know this, I've got this knowledge. Should I say something about this or not? Should I come out with this or not? Should I tell someone that I know this about this person or not? That's the kind of decision I'm getting. I know this is the future, but I think you probably already know what this thing is, what this knowledge is. It's about this person. And maybe you've been keeping this to yourself for a long time. But yeah, it's going to come out. It's going to come out at some time. That's what I'm seeing. I'm actually seeing a group here. It's like a group of people all coming together. Maybe it's some kind of celebration party, something like that. And there's family here. So it's like a family celebration or a group. It might just be a small group. It feels very awkward because you're going to be in this situation and you know this thing and you're around these people and you're around this person who's pretending everything's fine or whatever and it's not really the way it is, but you know how it is. That's what I'm getting.